If you are not the master of your mind, your life is being lived by accident. Pause on that for a moment. If you are not choosing your thoughts, your reactions, your daily direction, then who is? Old habits, old fears, other people's expectations, random impulses. Most people wake up every day and say, "This is my life." But if you look closely, you see something else. You see a mind that has never been trained, running the show like a wild animal with a steering wheel. You see emotions that flip from anxiety to anger to numbness with no understanding of why. You see a person who is not weak, not broken, but simply untrained in the art of inner mastery. So let us talk about becoming the master of your life. Not in a dramatic way, not with ego, but in the calm, clear way a great engineer would explain a machine. Your body is the vehicle, your mind is the dashboard, your emotions are the fuel system, your awareness is the driver. If the driver is asleep, the car still moves. It moves according to the road, the wind, the traffic. It may hit something, it may go in circles. Sometimes it looks like progress, but there is no conscious direction. This is how an unconscious life works. You wake up and immediately check your phone. The first message decides your mood. A small problem at work decides your entire day. A memory of the past decides your confidence before you even open your mouth. The mind reacts, the body follows, and by night, you collapse and say, "Life is hard," but life itself is not your enemy. Your untrained mind is. Many years ago, a great teacher said, "The soul is already strong. It is the mind that must be trained, the body that must be disciplined, the heart that must be purified. The problem is not that you are small. The problem is that you live as if you are small. So how do you become the master of your life? Let us break it into clear, simple pieces. First, you must see the difference between you and your mind." This sounds strange at first. You say, "Of course I am my mind. It is my thoughts, my opinions, my voice in the head." But sit quietly for a moment and watch. Thoughts are constantly passing. Some are kind, some are cruel, some are wise, some are foolish. They appear, stay for a moment, and disappear. If you can watch your thoughts, who is the watcher? If you can notice a fearful idea, then the one who notices is not the fear. This simple discovery is the beginning of mastery. You are not the storm of thoughts. You are the sky in which they appear. An unconscious person believes every thought. "I am not good enough. Nothing will work. Everyone is against me." They never question it. They never check the code. The thought enters and becomes reality. The one who walks the path of mastery starts to ask a different question. Is this thought helpful? Is this thought true? Is this thought how I want to live? That small pause, that tiny question, is like a hand taking back the steering wheel. Second, you must understand that your self-image is the blueprint of your life. If deep inside you see yourself as weak, unworthy, unlucky, everything in your life will be quietly designed to match that picture. You will choose relationships that treat you accordingly. You will ignore opportunities that do not fit the old image. You will sabotage success because it feels wrong to the picture in your head. Imagine a great architect drawing a building. The workers do not decide randomly. They follow the plan. Your subconscious mind is like those workers. It follows the plan you hold of yourself. So if you want to become the master of your life, you cannot avoid this question. How do I see myself when no one is watching? Do you see a victim? Do you see a survivor? Do you see a creator? Do you see a child of life itself, capable of growth and strength? You do not change this blueprint by repeating empty affirmations for 2 minutes and then living the same old way. You change it by 2 things, new inner language and new outer action. When the old voice says, "I cannot handle life," you answer calmly, "I am learning to handle life." When the old pattern says, "Stay small," you take one small brave action anyway. Step by step, the image in your mind begins to update. Third, you must recognize that life obeys certain laws, whether you know them or not. There is a law of cause and effect in your inner world. If you constantly feed your mind with fear, comparison, and distraction, Do not be surprised if your life feels chaotic. If you constantly feed your mind with clarity, discipline, and compassion, do not be surprised if your life slowly becomes more stable. A great teacher once said that strength is life and weakness is death. This is not a moral judgment. It is simply inner physics. Whenever you choose thoughts of helplessness, your energy drops. Whenever you choose thoughts of courage and responsibility, your energy rises. Becoming the master of your life means you start respecting these laws. You stop poisoning yourself with thoughts that destroy you. You stop waiting for the world to change your mind for you. You take responsibility for what you allow to grow in your inner garden. Fourth, you must make peace with risk. Most people want a safe life, safe career, safe relationships, safe choices. But observe what happens. They end up in jobs they hate, but are too afraid to leave. They stay silent when their heart wants to speak. They avoid challenges that would make them stronger, and then they call this safety. In reality, it is a slow death. To become the master of your life, you must reverse the formula. You accept that risk is part of being alive. Not reckless risk, not foolish risk, but conscious risk. Speaking your truth kindly is a risk. Saying yes to an opportunity is a risk. Investing time in a new skill is a risk. Setting a boundary is a risk. Every time you choose a small conscious risk that aligns with your values, you grow. Your nervous system learns, I can survive this. Your mind learns, I am stronger than I thought. Your soul learns, I am alive. Without this training, you cannot master your life. You will always be a prisoner of your own fear. Fifth, you must understand the power of now. Your mind loves to travel. It runs backward into regret and shame. It runs forward into fear and fantasy. But the only place you can actually act is here now. How many times have you said, one day I will get serious about my health. One day I will start that project. One day I will meditate. One day never comes. Only this day comes, again and again. Becoming master of your life means you bring your attention back to this moment, again and again. What can I do now? One honest conversation, 10 minutes of practice, one small act of courage. Do not wait for a perfect mood. Do not wait for a sign from the sky. Your sign is that you are still breathing. Use this breath. Now, all of this may sound beautiful, but your mind will ask, how do I actually start? Start where you are. Do not try to fix everything in one day. Mastery is a process, not a performance. Here is a simple daily practice. In the morning, before you touch your phone, sit quietly for a few minutes. Notice your thoughts. Do not fight them. Just watch. Say to yourself softly, I am the one who is aware, not every thought that passes. Then choose one quality you want to live that day. Courage, patience, clarity, compassion. Throughout the day, when situations arise, ask, what would this quality do here? If you chose courage, maybe you finally send that message. If you chose patience, maybe you listen fully instead of exploding. If you chose clarity, maybe you stop escaping into distractions and complete the task. At night, look back without beating yourself up. Where did I live from my chosen quality? Where did I fall into old patterns? This is not self-judgment. This is self-observation. You are training yourself the way a wise master trains a student, with firmness, but also with kindness. Slowly you will notice something. You shout less at life and listen more. You blame less and take responsibility more. You feel fear, but you do not obey it so quickly. You create small results that make you trust yourself. This is mastery. Not control of the universe, not domination of others, but steady, grounded leadership of your own inner world. Remember, you do not become the master of your life by putting your foot on the neck of your mind. You become master by understanding your mind, training it, and placing it in service of your highest values. And you do not become the master by pretending to be strong while you feel broken inside. You become master by acknowledging your wounds and still choosing to rise. There is a quiet greatness inside you that does not shout. It simply waits for you to stop living on automatic. to stop saying, "This is just who I am," and to start asking, "Who am I becoming with each thought, each choice, each day?" You may not feel powerful yet. You may not feel ready. That is okay. No master began as a master. They all began as students who refused to abandon themselves. So wherever you are right now, take a breath. Feel your body. Notice your thoughts. And tell yourself gently, "I am not here to be a victim of my mind. I am here to learn it, to train it, to use it well. You are not a weak, lost creature waiting for life to be kind. You are a living, breathing spark of consciousness learning how to drive this complex instrument called a human life. Be patient, be honest, be willing to take small risks. Step by step, you will see it. Your reactions change. Your choices change. Your relationships change. Your results change. And one day you will look back and realize, life is no longer just happening to me. I am participating. I am directing. I am awake. That is what it means to become the master of your life, not to control everything, but to no longer abandon the one place you always have power, inside yourself, here, now.